like the Wild Magic Challenge. It is difficult, but always in unexpected ways. Jeff Goldblum was 14 in Jurassic Park. It's true. I saw it on the internet just now. Literally this second. Alright, one more Wild Magic. Because I like the random nonsense. Hungry Maw Drain Pulse Silver Spear. I'm not even gonna look to see what the upgrade on Silver Spear is. It's good. Be nice to collect some useful things, so... Chaos Bell, Mana Potion, Death Dice. What's our Drain Pulse? Fellomancy? Oh, we win. And floor's over. Electric Dagger, Witch Whistle? Witch Whistle. It may or may not go off, depending on what spells we get. Giant Bear as a Blood Bear, Lightning Spire with the Resistance Penetration and Mystic Power. Memory Staff, once again. Memory Staff just feels like a smart grab on this challenge. Because you don't know what you're going to do, but being able to do more of it is probably going to help you out. Bear. 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 Blood Bear has Blood Rage. He's just such an angry bear. Do. I think those towers got it. Fan of Flames, Vampiric Gaze, Gates of Helheim. With Alf Horde. Refracting Gaze, Fan of Flames has Healing Hearthfire. Stone Eater Amulet. I'm actually quite curious about Stone Eater Amulet. That one heals us based on eating walls. Be curious if you gained HP. It says gain HP, it doesn't say heal. We last tried it on the you only get 1 HP challenge, and it didn't increase our health. I know I should be getting health, but I want to test it. And this is an opportunity to do so. 6 dark damage from allies, so that doesn't help us out. Alright. Seems like a lot of casts. Killed as part of an adulthood ritual. Teleport, Earthquake, Ring of Spiders. Has the quick cast upgrade, Aftershocks. Turbo Toxin. Units blocking the spider ring instantly take 30 poison damage. Whenever you cast Earthquake, Earthquake gains +2 radius for 2 turns. It'd be fun to just land and cast Earthquake very rapidly. Alright, we don't gain health. I shouldn't be surprised. I was just hoping. Each tile in the area has a 50% chance to be affected. Units take 21 physical damage. Walls are destroyed. Go, random chance. And then teleport. Just all webs. Web it up, buddies. Alright, now we have Wheel of Death with max charges, which is the worst upgrade. Fireball and Earthquake with magnitude 8.0. Stuns for 7 turns. Fireball's Meteor also stuns. I mean, Wheel of Death, as long as we go to a floor without completely immune to dark enemies, it'll do the work. %75. Stunning. What's going on, Yaktaro? 200 dark damage. So he'll only take 50 damage. Completely immune. Alright, it's probably not that floor. You'll die. You'll die. You have to hit your shields first, but eventually. Sure, I'll take a pet. An Immortal Hellhound? 6 fire, 6 fire. Resistant to fire. Physical damage. Sorry, fire damage again. 12 physical damage. Yeah, but I like the leap of the dog. We'll take the dag. I like dags. Alright, the living scrolls are very bad for me. Deep cut? Is Snatch that deep a cut? Do you like dags? Yeah, I like dags. How many shields you have left? 2? Jesus. We're 2 decades. Ah, that's fair. You just had to bring up time. What a monster. Heavenly Idol, Fey Court, Golden Skull. I think we'll be alright. Some of us are almost 4 decades. A year off, right? You'll be 40 next year, Gomper. Some of us are 4 decades. Some folks in chat are 5, 6. I think the oldest confirmed age someone told me would be 7+ decades. One of us is over 5, yeah. Passive aura, all units in line of sight. Enemies take holy damage. Fun to go to level with great line of sight. Yeah, I'm as old as time. One teleporter, huh? I played Chips and Claws versus the Brainoids demo, an accessible third-person RTS with split-screen co-op / versus. Interesting. Third-person RTS. Is that kind of in the ballpark of, what was that game? It started out as like a mod. How was it called? It was more of a first-person, like, aliens versus humans shooter, but like one person could be a commander. Ooh, Citizen Kabuto is such a cool game. I haven't thought about that one in a long time. Third-person character control and you build bots. Oh, never mind. I was thinking of a, like, Team A versus Team B, monsters versus soldiers, and like one person can like have a bird's eye view and be like, units need to go here. It's like an RTS mixed with a shooter. It had a sequel that did very poorly and then just kind of disappeared. Natural selection, that sounds very right. Yeah, Giant Citizen Kabuto is a deep cut. And then Natural Selection 2 is the one that didn't do so hot. It was a really cool game. Talk about like a game that was ahead of its time. I don't think that one spider has much of a chance here. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. Feigned amulets. What do we have? Imp Swarm, Fey Court, Blink, and Fey Haunt Garden. Alright. So we want to do lightning damage. Imp Swarm can definitely do some of the damage we need. Blink with Thunder Blink can definitely do it. Alright, got Imp Call on. Just tear across this level. Doop, doop. Armed and Dangerous are kind of the last gasp of silly comedy games. We've had some good silly comedy games, but I feel like they've really stuck to one particular genre. Like, Thank Goodness You're Here was very funny, but it didn't like try and be a new genre or like really interact with the gameplay aspect so much. Like, it was essentially like you wander around. It could have been a point and click adventure game, but your point and click was just a slap button and you wandered around and experienced British comedy. It was very good. I really liked that game. But I feel like stuff like Giant Citizen Kabuto and Armed and Dangerous and what was that game? It was like 2007, 2008, maybe no, probably 2009, 2010 actually. It was a really weird game. I remember trying to play it on my grandma's computer when I was on my way home for Christmas. I should go through my library and find all the really weirdo stuff that I play. I counter with Yakuza Like a Dragon. Okay, okay. That's fair. I will counter that with that has the same sense of humor as all the Yakuza games. The only thing that's different about it is it's a turn-based RPG in the style of Dragon Quest, but it's not like Giant Sissy Kabuto was weird. It's a weird game. Whereas the Yakuza games are fairly standard brawlers or turn-based RPGs. But still, that is a good comedy game. And you're right, it is not like what we usually see, which is just, the jokes are here, just wander until you get to the jokes. No, I'm not necessarily talking about it needing to be a silly comedy, it's more... I like when games are comedy games in more than just their presentation and narrative, when they incorporate the gameplay into the funny. You can have a funny game, but it's fun when it's a funny game and also, like, the actual mechanics kind of are part of that experience. I'm much too tired to try and vocalize what I'm trying to get across. Oh, if I can remember the name of that weird fucking game. Alright, Feihunt Garden's still going, Imp Caller's still going, but we'll reset it. I like games that are unintentionally funny. I mean, I also enjoy that. Oh, that wizard's still around. Disco Elysium's incredible. I enjoy that, like, the publisher of Disco Elysium's like, hey, our new game's coming out! And everyone's like, who the fuck cares? The people that made Disco Elysium aren't working on it. You could just feel the frowny face through the internet from whoever's handling the marketing of that. Go get that last troubler, come on. Good work. A thread from the old LucasArts games, a style of humor that didn't really survive Gen X getting old. I imagine we'll probably, like, cycle back around, but it's like movies as well. If you look at comedies, there was a period of time with the Zaz films, you know, Airplane, Top Secret, Hot Shots. Like, that style of comedy, which was not just parody, like, they were parody movies. They were making fun of a genre or a specific movie. But, like, they were an all-in comedy experience. Like, the whole writing experience for those was you have levels of joke. So, like, you would have the written joke, whatever the characters are delivering in their dialogue. And then behind that would be a sight gag. So, like, they're having a dialogue-driven joke happening. In the background, like, a prop or part of the scenery is part of a joke. And then there's another level where, like, they interact with those two things to make yet another joke. And those kind of peaked, and then on the way down you had, like, Scary Movie 97, and that style of comedy just disappeared for a while. But, like, I think it'll come back eventually. There was a great TV show. Oh, what was the name of it? Angie Tribeca. That was written perfectly in the style of those movies. If you could find the television show Angie Tribeca, do yourself a favor and give it a watch. When artists or designers hide some really tiny environmental joke in a level really late at night when they're bored, don't tell anyone about it, yeah. Finger 6. What do we got? Blink with blind casting, Volcanic Eruption, Prison of Thorns, Flesh Fiend, Underworld Passage. We have 2 teleport spells that don't do damage, a spell that requires a certain part of the environment, A spell that costs 80 HP to cast. This might be a reroll. Pillars of Fire, Lightning Form, Searing Orb. They gave that show 4 seasons? Andrew Tribeca was awesome. And I imagine it got a lot of seasons because cheap to make. Like, a police procedural is a super cheap thing. Doesn't require all that much. And all the jokes were like, in the, wait a minute. In the writing. Codex of Sacrifice. Whenever you complete a level, permanently sacrifice 25 HP and activate the Codex. When it's activated, you learn a word spell. How does this work? TBS, they didn't have better things to spend the money on. There you go. Like, how does this work in a randomly generated... I'm probably gonna take it just for the experiment here. Once again, Night Hag. Maybe this time we don't let him kill us. So we could channel Pillar of Fire. We have Lightning Form with Lingering. Cast your Flame Burst and Expiration. Learns our Bone Spear. When an immolated enemy dies, regain a charge from a random dragon spell. So, it was some pretty meh upgrades for a lot of the stuff. To the point where I'm not sure I could do this level. Spike Beast, we don't want to be near them. Ice Lizards. Huh. I have one teleporter. I would love to see what happens with this Codex, though. Would we keep the words? Earthquake Orb, Death Dice. Channeling this doesn't help me very much. Pillar Fire. Pillar Fire has an unlimited channeling time? I didn't know that. That's kind of funny. It's a sorcery too, so you could do like multicast on it. Multicast, pop a stopwatch and just obliterate a boss. Good lord. That's the default damage. We're doing holy damage as well. So Immolate's doing 6 damage, really. Increases. I wanna see. I wanna experience what happens with the stupid Codex. I could heal by eating walls. There's a stopwatch available. Ooh, yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. So, I could stopwatch. I would still die, I think. Depending on how much damage this does. My dog died instantly. So, teleport first. Teleport somewhere where I'm safe. I want to see the result of this. A pop-up market in Tokyo is offering you 60 seconds to shoplift as many of their 5,000 items as you can without making a sound. Items include books, snacks, and a mattress. What? Is it really shoplifting if, like, it's a promotion like that? And now we stopwatch. A little scary when you explode on me like that, game. You're going that way, you're going that way. Let's heal myself. Eat some walls. Not a bad promotion run if you're doing a loss management study. Good point. Yeah, I'm very curious about what if we'll actually learn word spells. Death Bolt with Soul Battery. We have Mystic Vision with the Vision Aura. Blink with Thunder Blink. And then Vampiric Gaze. Second year they've done it. Is it like a televised thing? I would love to watch that as like a TV show. If you could find it, there's a really fun segment they do. I don't remember which channel it is. It's probably NHK. But it's a very elaborate game of hide and seek. Like, they invite an entire high school to try and find like 5 celebrities, and the hiding places are like, we took apart the heater, removed all the heating elements, and like, if this man contorts very uncomfortably, he can hide inside of it. So it's not like, well, he's hiding under the couch, it's they're inside the furniture. It's a very intense game of hide and seek. I'm gonna re-roll. Trying to find out how many people are actually ninjas. Brain theft. Zabatsu, send that to me on Discord. I'm gonna try and find it. When you nick something, just attach it to your costume. It's like going into one of those money tornado machines, but you're covered in a duct tape suit. Flame Burst with Melting Flame. Got Pillar of Fire with Pillar of Annihilation. Moonglaive with Steel Shaping. Horde of Half-Men. Only cost 100 health to cast. They sell tickets, of course. Nice. 12 casts, huh? If I do Horde of Half-Men, I'll be very low on health, but I am actively draining health with Life Drain right now. Oh, scary. Try and drain life from, like, one of my people as well. Probably not a great idea. Well, you're not a friendly furnace hound. Nor are you! Ooh-wee! You wait until there's a sound screen, yeah. Set off some fireworks. Owies.
Garbage!
Garbage day! What's going on there, Mr. Clancy? Hello there, everybody. How was your stream, Mr. Clancy? I know you're playing some Star of Providence while I was at work. Alright, one dumb ghost over there. Go kill him. What's going on, Jaxie Pants? Disposable. To catch everyone up, this is Rift Wizard 2, and I'm doing a challenge run where every time I finish a floor, the game gives me a completely random set of spells and abilities. Got beat up by the final boss. Pyrostatic Curse. I'm hungry, go get food. But then tell me what you get. I think I'm gonna re-roll these. Let's pop a portal key. And then re-roll. Drain Pulse with Ursamancy. Healing over the wizard's max health is converted into blood bears. Cool. Eye of Lightning with Penetrating Gaze, and Holy Fire with Divine Blaze. Holy Fire casts your Blaze Rip. Penetrating Gaze gives a non-stacking -50 resistance. Blink is mandatory. You could be talking about this game, where the spell Blink does feel pretty mandatory sometimes. What are we gonna get? I mean, a heart would be ideal, but Shrapnel Beast does not look like something I can handle right now. With my piddly 125 health. Oh, good lord. Is that the only floor with a ruby heart? Alright, Drain Pulse. 13 dark, 13 poison damage, 8 tile burst. If we can do over 125 damage, we'll generate some blood bears. Eye of Lightning is just a passive ability. Holy Fire is our one active... Oh god, this is gonna suck. I have 3 healing potions. 1 bag of spikes. Yeah, that's suicide to go there. Ghostly's bad. We can't go to a floor where Ghostly is the primary modifier. Oh god. We might be in a bad situation. Alright, they're just poison gorgons. What skills do we have? Inferno Engines. Crackle Void. Soul Harvest does nothing. I like the effect that emotes float around your head. Oh, thank you. Blood Anima. So Blood Anima will go off. Prince of Ruin has a little hope for us. Starfire is good. Stormcaller. Blazing Bloodfire is not bad. We actually have 2 spells to take advantage of that one. Hypocrisy won't be going off. Actually, Hypocrisy does go off. We have some synergies. Randomly. Alright, is this our best bet? What kind of pets can we grab here? A Ghostly Rolling Spike Ball, an Electric Purple Hand, Metallic Glass Golem. I think I'll take an Electric Purple Hand. I'm going to empower just 2? Yeah, just 1. Only 1 guy benefits from my choice there. And then Holy Fire. With Divine Blaze. I still think it makes it look like the targeter is drunk. Right, I need to get in a position where I can Drain Pulse a lot of things. Night Hag. No thank you, Night Hag. Go to sleep. Come on, blood bears, you and me. Holy fire. Sorry, oh, I killed my own blood bear. One day I'll learn not to procrastinate so I don't have to look at work at 3 a.m. Ah, where's the fun in that? Man, that hand and my electric dog are clearing the level for me here. Alright, now we have Golden Skull, Call Seraph, Chaos Barrage, Vampiric Gaze, and Blizzard. Honestly, the bottom two are all I need. I'm in this image and I don't like it. Sonic Shielding, Echomancy. Alright, a Ruby Heart would be... Whoa, 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 whoa. The book took away the health, but it didn't give me a spell? We found a bad interaction. I am screwed. I gotta find a heart on every floor. It literally will never stop taking my health because... Alright, for those of you that just got here, there's an item. Codex of Sacrifice. When you complete a level, it will take away 25% of your max HP. Activate the Codex, give you a free word spell. Word spells are incredibly powerful and there's only 5 of them. So pretty nice. The problem is we're doing a run where every time I finish the floor, it randomizes my spells. So it's absorbing my health, and right before... So, like, we finish the floor, my health goes away, presumably it generates the spell, but then the spells are shuffled, so I'm not getting any benefit out of this. I'm just giving away health every floor. That is not good. That is super bad. So this floor takes priority now. Ooh, the Crystal Golem. This is another new enemy that was just added. It is completely immune to everything. Fire, lightning, ice, arcane, dark, holy, poison, jeepers. Each turn, change element. Immune to all damage except for the current element. Oh, interesting. So if it's a fire golem, we can do damage to it based on fire. That is a horrifying enemy. But it is crystal, so it'll always only have 50 physical resist. I think I'm gonna pop my bag on this floor. I might not need to. Golden Skull. Golden Skull. Oh, they take double damage of whatever they're weak to. Nice. Are they synchronized? I think they're synchronized. Yeah. All poison, all lightning, all arcane, all ice. Yeah, they're synchronized. Doesn't help me in the moment. The charity ever get back to you? I need to check my email. Maybe? I haven't looked at my email in a week, which I realize is bad. So, if they turn into fire, we're okay. Or arcane. Listen, I needed a break from my email, alright? I'm sure it's fine. But as of last week, no. I know they had just finished a thing and they were like in the middle of swapping over to another thing. So probably I didn't need to worry. But probably I needed to worry. But I'll check my email tomorrow. And also a thunderstorm there, and also... Oh, they're both dead. Alright, Golden Skulls. It's you and me, guys. Keep me healthy. If the game could just be kind enough to keep on rolling Golden Skulls, I'll be fine. Yeah, no, we keep on losing health. I've done a grave disservice to myself. But I did say I wanted to experiment with how different interactions work in this mode. It's why we took the Rock Eater, it's why we took the Codex. Rain of Fire with Rain of Dragons is awesome. We have Chaos Ball, which makes it even better. We have Burning Idol, which we're going to ignore. Plague of Filth. Pyrostatics, even better. Petrification Orb. Oh, this is actually a pretty nice collection of stuff. Really, we just want to find a nice spot to Rain of Fire. That's not a bad level for Rain of Fire. That's a bad level for Rain of Fire. I've seen worse levels for Rain of Fire. Is there a spot I don't have to worry about the stupid starfish? Of course there's not. Wait. Right here's the one spot I could put myself where they can't get me. We're gonna immediately get lit on fire. But not if I glass orb first. So these guys are glassed. Or they will be. I'm making a lot of dragons over there. Alright, that's all my dragons. Let's switch locations to over here. That's so many dragons. Alright. We got you... I will wander away while you get glassed and beaten up. 75 health. This is really bad. I really need to somehow... I wish there was a way to drop equipment. Arcane into lightning, dark into holy, physical into holy. Probably physical into holy. Shrapnel blast with more shrapnel. Magnetize. Enemy units within a 4-tile radius of the magnetized unit are pulled. Won't work on my shrapnel blast. Radiant eggs. Void Drake with Dragon Mage. I think I gotta re-roll. Physical damage and the holy damage. Pop portal key. Re-roll. Imp Swarm, Gold Drake, Mass Calcification, Flock of Eagles. Level 100 Charizard. Thank you for that follow and welcome to the Shake the Box family. Very happy to have you here. Is this your first time seeing Rift Wizard 2? I adore Rift Wizard. This is a weird way to play Rift Wizard, but I dig it. I have to get a Ruby Heart. Like, it's the only hope I have. That looks really bad. Thunderclaw's nice for Flock of Eagles. Mass Calcification's good. All non-undead allies. And with the Imp Swarm upgrade is Endless Swarm, which is a terrible upgrade. But fine. And Mass Calcification has Burning Bones. Which I guess will help a little bit. I don't know, this looks kind of grim. Oh God, he could baseball bat the Myco-beast at me. If I start up here, we can just kind of overwhelm the Myco-beasts with our hand, our dog, and immediately doing a flock of eagles. Many eagles as I can make. Turn on Imp Swarm. And get some gold drakes out here. And then, just in case, make them all into towering bone shamblers. We got a few burning ones too, good. Mass Calce again, so I get more burning. Turn on Imp Call again. I'm just gonna try and overwhelm. Just have a wall of my minions moving forward here. Our gold drakes all have Holy Breath. What was the upgrade on this one? Immortal. So if they die, they reincarnate. Alright, this works. Go! I don't have any direct damage spells. I'm entirely just summoning things. Keep Imp Swarm active. The Mind Maggot Queen's gonna be dead in a second. There it goes. Alright, so I have complete control over the upper right corner of the screen now. Once those slimes and that spawner are gone, it is mine. Actually, where was that heart? Did I already pick it up? There we go, 100 whole health. We're doing like a double challenge now. We are actively draining our health every floor, and we have to play with random spells. Flock of eagles. Flock of eagles. Flock of eagles. My last gold drake. Just reinforce my front lines. Flesh Colossus is just a giant sack of HP. But he'll be dead soon. We just have to watch. Almost. And there he goes. Will we have non-conjuration spells on the next floor? We'll find out right now. Mega Annihilate, Poison Sting, Dreamwalk, Life Drain, Holy Fire, Spike Ball Factory. Orb Control, come on! Orb Control without any orb spells? Frostfire Hydra. Alright, what are the upgrades? Makes spiderwebs. Our Mega Annihilate does ice and holy damage. Heals our living units. Holy Fire cast Blaze Rip. The only upgrade I ever seem to see on this one. Copper Spike Balls is my favorite. It's wild magic! What's going on, Lexicon? I'm enjoying that the game's getting updates regularly now. Oh, there's the ultimate troubler. That is kind of messed up looking. Troubler Barrage, 9 missiles, which teleport the victims randomly 9 tiles away. I have that soundbite somewhere for P5P. They seem perturbed. I like the upside down troubler face. That's good. Only 1 hit point, but 99 shields. Do we have disintegration? We actually have disintegrating. This is actually not the worst thing in the world. Does it split into 1,000 troublers on death or something? It's nice to see the update shaking up the game. We got metallic fear faces. Huh. It's a shitty level for him. Like, where could he go? He's a 3x3 size minion. He's in the only 3x3 size space on the whole screen. I don't think it's able to destroy, like, the terrain. So, Pix, I don't know if you were here when I picked up the Codex of Sacrifice, but because we're in Wild Magic, I wanted to know if we could cheat the system and, like, have consistent spells. The answer is no, all we do is lose health. We're losing 25 health per floor. The most health I will ever have at this point is 75 or 100, depending on if I've just picked up a heart or not. We're in a bad spiral right now. The self-nerf, yeah. I made a bad mistake. Alright, team. I do have a teleporter. God damn it. No, he's just stuck there. He'll never be able to leave. If one of my things manages to get destroyed, we'll leave, I suppose. Oh, that's perfect. Thank you very much. Every time everything blinks, we know we got rid of one shield. Make another spike ball factory over here? Doo-doo. Excellent, just like that. Let the spike balls kill them all! Go forth, my spike balls. Let me catch up so I can help you guys. I need to be doing sorcery damage. How many shields have we gotten through? Not a lot. Where's my health going? I'm at 56. I definitely took damage. Alright, I just took some, but I know where that came from. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Bye! Alright, 33 is a little scary. I'm made of health here, game. You know what? Two of you are just gonna wander off and heal me over time. Go forth, my children. Big Troubler Daddy is, not letting the spike balls come even remotely close to him. Yeah, I'm not the healthiest dude around right now. Make another avenue for my balls. Oh. You figured out how to teleport to where I am. Life drain. Only 4 shields left. Oh, there he goes. Spilled some hot coffee on your foot? Yeah, that'll wake you up. At this point, it's just about the army of spike balls slowly rolling over the opposition over there. At least you didn't, like, spill it on most of you. When I was back in New York visiting family once, I put a coffee, like, above me on top of, like, the headboard of a bed while lying down, and I was like, I want a sip of coffee, and, like, reached up to get it, and just... it was like a waterfall. I once dropped yes. I have also done the thing where it's like, all right, catch the knife with my foot. It's like, brain, why would you do this? Damn my perfect, awesome reflexes. It's Anamiki. That's right, I put a coffee on the headboard.
Hello there.
Time was it? I don't remember. I drink coffee like any random time. It doesn't matter to me when I drink coffee. Gather flock. If any storm clouds are in line of sight of an ally's death, one of them will shoot 7 lightning strikes. Alright. Goes in the cup holder. Step away from falling knives, smart. Got Word of Ice, Life Drain, Worm Eggs, Shrapnel Blast. Like, this is a neat level, but Shrapnel Blast is useless on this level. Boiling Blood, Worm Eggs are nice. Ruby Heart over here with giant massive eyes. I just hate giant massive eyes so much. So much. I'd rather not re-roll. Alright, I mean, Word of Ice will just stop the level for a moment, except for the glass cockatrice, of course. The one thing you actually want to stop. I spawn in here. My team's out there. Word of Ice. Why are you not frozen, dude? Come on. Word of Ice again. Shrapnel Blast? Pretty sure Shrapnel Blast just hit me there and no one else. Getting a lot of Chaos Snakes. Too bad that knife thing doesn't apply to coffee. Boiling blood. I'm leaving. Goodbye. Once again, we've won. It's just a matter of waiting it out. He says, getting frozen. Shit. Might as well finish off our eggs. Shrapnel Blast. Bang. 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 Shrapnel Blast is terrible. Like, I knew it wasn't going to be as good as it was in 1 because they haven't done the upgrades right yet. But, like, that's pretty abysmal. Just misses most targets. Alright, pretty sure my dragons will take care of all this. Dragons, why are you moving toward me? Metallic Toad Beasts. I should probably just life drain them. Keep me healthy. Gosha. Gosha. Pretty sure it's my team that's freezing me over and over again. And then boiling blood. Just stack it. Truly the goat. There we go. Oh god. I hate that this book doesn't do anything other than steal my health. I've never had to be this low on health this far into the game. Flame Gate, Suspend Mortality, Immolate, Lightning Storm, Eye of Fire. That's a reroll from me. Purity, Plague of Undeath, Suspend Mortality, Shrapnel Blast again. Oh, we're dead. Another Shrapnel Beast. This looks real bad for me. Alright, Suspend Mortality has Endlessness. Purity's got Duration. Fire Vulnerability on Plague of Undeath. More Shrapnel. Suspend Mortality gains 2 lives, so everything reincarnates 3 times. And we could freeze. Void, Drake, Lich. Like, we need to go somewhere with a heart. You're getting into the first Rift Wizard? Nice. I mean, I can make a tunnel that he can't fit inside of and just kind of hoe. It's probably my best bet. The other level has a lot of Void Drakes, which means they'll just cut the level open to find me. We've killed a couple of the new things, but we haven't done Shrapnel Beast. Shrapnel Beast just sounds scary. Yeah, that's what I was afraid of. 21 hit points here. Time to run away. Just try and make it so my stuff reincarnates. We're not exactly blessed with good spells right now, either. We are so screwed. Like, look what I got nothing here, man! I got nothing! The game's like, hey, you want, 2 spells that do damage? One is a level 1 cantrip, and the other one is a random targets spell. We are hosed. We're not coming home from this one. It's almost worth it to do this. We shuffled the big boy out of existence. Actually, that might not be too bad. It didn't give me new spells, which is a bummer, but this could be survivable. I lost all my shrapnel blasts, but I have a mana potion. Of course it's a Frosty Tormentor. Plague of Undeath. Doesn't help me either. Well, Shrapnel Blast and a Dream here. It hit me, which is always what you're looking for. I'm so hosed. I think my pets got shuffled out of existence. No, wait. I see one of them. I got nothing, man. We are super duper dead. Going out swinging. I'll take myself out. Shrapnel blast myself. Oh well. That would have been not as bad if we didn't take the book that we literally just we lost. I want to say maybe around 200 health over the course, like max health, because we took the book that doesn't actually help or do anything because of the modifiers on the challenge run. It's supposed to generate word spells. I was hoping this was a way to, like, sacrifice a lot of health to have 1 or 2 consistent spells. I guess 5. Would have been 5 consistent spells by the end. At the expense of, you know, a lot of health. But we got no benefit. We only lost health. We didn't gain any word spells. It was a nice try. It was filled with experimentation. Like, I wanted to see if Rock Eater Pendant lets you gain max health. It does not. So the wording on it is, every turn you're adjacent to a stone wall, eat the wall, and gain 1 HP. Gain to me implies gain, like 100 becomes 101. But I believe it should be reworded to say heal 1 HP. Because anything else that says, you know, heal, says heal. Whereas the Ruby Heart explicitly says gain 25 HP. So I'm a little miffed at the wording of that, but that's minor. But boy howdy, that book, that was bad. But I wanted to see. I was taking things just to see how they interact with the modifiers. I was willing to lose. And lose we did. I have to pee and refill my water bottle. My son is so smart. Thanks, Dad. So, science is the greater pursuit. Yeah, yeah. Another thing, this is the newly rebalanced version of this. Before this, he read the defeat off the screen. Oh, nice. Before this update, the way this worked was it was truly random. Like, there were no qualifiers. So you could end up on floor 2 with a bunch of spells that you couldn't cast at all because they require a sacrifice of HP. They made it so that doesn't happen. But the other change, before, you would have 3 spells for the first, like, 4 floors, then 4 for the next X floors, 5, 6, 7. You got more spells the deeper in you got. As you've been seeing, we went from, like, 3, we have 5 here, down to 4, up to 6, down to 3. And this I don't like. Because predictably, when you get to the later floors, they're harder. They are harder floors. So, only having 3 spells, you can even see with this particular collection of 3, Prison of Thorns, Pyrostatic Curse. Like, Pyrostatic Curse doesn't do damage. It is a modifier you apply to enemies to make it do something else. So, if we apply that to an enemy, if we hit them with fire, it will take that damage they take and pass it off to do lightning damage to nearby enemies. So it doesn't do damage on its own. Prison of Thorns does physical damage, very minor amount. And Ritual of Revelation is a dangerous spell that costs your health and, like, does holy damage to enemies nearby. So, like, on floor 10, that's scary. He also thought it was Rift Wizard 1 and asked me if they're exactly the same. I told him yes. Hey now, we're back into being developed. It's evolving again. So I do think it should increase the number of spells as you go, not randomly bring you back down to, like, alright, good luck on a particularly challenging floor with a collection of spells that may or may not work. But overall, I'm satisfied and happy that the game is once again evolving. We entered a period of time where the game was just, like, stagnant. New developers in, we're getting new stuff. I dig that a lot. So who are our new friends we murdered today? Ultimate Troubler. We also got the new golem, crystal golem here. Yeah, they updated the bestiary, which is annoying for me because I was 1 enemy away, and now I'm 4 enemies away. But whatever, I'm happy to have new stuff in the game. Ain't gonna complain about new stuff. You're still 1 off? Well, now you're probably... Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Now you're 6 off. BRB. I got P. I had a concept of capture a bunch of accessible builds for every level, and then randomly assign 1 each level, but equipment makes that more complex. Interesting. That wouldn't be hard to do either. Alright, before I BRB all the way, I would like to show you something that makes that not as difficult. Whoop. Community-wise would make it a lot harder, but it wouldn't be impossible. Alright, let's see how to do this. Because this is an interesting conversation topic. Even though I'm dancing my seat and filled with urine, I would like to show you an easy way to incorporate that. So, let me turn that music back on. So if you wanted to do it not community-wide, just local to the player, here we are in the Rift Wizard 2 folder, where you will find a folder called Saves. You might be thinking to yourself, this is a roguelike. What saves does it need? Rift Wizard remembers everything. So if we click on 72, this happened on April 10th last year. If you click on it, it's literally every floor of that run. Every run you play has a corresponding folder. And that corresponding folder has images for each floor when you begin it and when you end it. Which means that also has your stats. It knows what spells you have on any given floor. So it'd be super easy to put it together. So like, you enter level 13, it pulls run number 72's 13th floor and gives you those spells and those skills. You can even have it do the equipment, like the equipment's part of that file too. So, totally doable, I would say. I prefer this setup for equipment, by the way. I don't like the tiny icons you have to mouse over. Yeah. So, like, it'd be neat to incorporate this data. Like, yeah. Pull floor 15 of run number 72. The player's gonna have Magic Missile, Disperse, Essence Flux, Blink, and Arcane Orb. You can even give them the same equipment if you want for that floor. I'd be super into that. One of the other challenges we haven't looked at yet, because I've been kind of obsessed with wild magic, is every time you do a floor, at the end of it, it'll wipe whatever spells you have and whatever skills you have, refund your spell points, and lock the spells and skills you had. Which means every floor you need to rebuild your run with increasing, like, breadth and width. Which is kind of neat. I do want to try that one at some point. Amnesiac, yeah. I've been focusing on wild magic and flawless, even though I have no intention of, like, even... Flawless is such a hard challenge that I've kind of ignored the concept of winning on it. I've been experimenting with it. Same thing with wild magic. Like, I don't care if I win on wild magic. I'm just kind of like, what are the boundaries of wild magic? Is there a way to capture a spell for yourself? And today's test was the Tome of Sacrifice. The answer is no! You die! But whatever.